I found out who's organising the March for Australia on August the 31st in Queensland. You're not going to believe this. The mainstream media's had an absolute field day trying to pull this thing apart, and they're calling everybody racists and they're carrying on like chooks with their heads chopped off. But we know what's going on here. There's events happening in every capital city around Australia, as well as a whole bunch of regional areas. This thing is going to be bigger than Ben-Hur. But who is it that's been organising it in Queensland? Have a look at this rabble. Bender, Spambot X, lead organiser, Lachlan Lade, Libertarian President of Queensland, Oz Integrity, he's one of the leaders as well. Lady B, she's been all over this organising it. The Dusty Bogan, the McMullen, and oh my God, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says Shallowchal. That's it. I'm one of the organisers in Queensland. I have been involved in getting this thing happening. And guess what? I couldn't be prouder. They've tried to label us with everything they possibly could. You're racists, you're phobes, you're this, you're bigots, you're that. And have a look at Bob there. He's not taking any of it, neither are we. There's a treasonous element at work within this country that has absolutely gutted it socially, economically, and culturally. Right now, they're pillaging everything they possibly can. They want to take it all and leave you with nothing. And they're going to do that by pumping in as many people as they can from wherever they can. They don't give a rat's ass about industry. They don't give a fuck about your future. They don't care about our children. And they're leaving nothing but a legacy of debt behind. These new Australians that they're punching into the country at record numbers will never assimilate at a speed or a rate that will mean that they can work with us and our values as Australians. I'm not saying they're bad people. If I was one of them, I'd want to get into here too. It's a fantastic place to be, but we want to keep it that way. And punching in people for the sake of short GDP, like numbers and growth, is nothing more than smoking crack for a quick hit so that you can try and feel better in the moment. It's short term, it's not long term, it's not statesmanship, and it undermines the country's future. I will be speaking at the event on Sunday. I am one of the organisers, and I've proudly pinned myself to that. Why haven't we released this information sooner? Because your mainstream media are complete and utter scumbags. Your leadership class in this country are complete and utter scumbags, and they would have done their absolute best to destroy us before this thing even got off the ground. We needed to keep it anonymous for a reason, so we didn't give them the opportunity to rip in. Now, next week is a different story. I expect to cop attacks from every different direction, but here I am. I'm an ADF veteran. I served my country. I also built businesses from the ground up. From the ground up, I built them from nothing. And I've employed hundreds of people. I've paid millions of dollars in taxes. I've given Australia everything I possibly could. And I've asked nothing of it other than to give me the opportunity to be able to grow and build and do things for other people. But now all it wants to do is take and take and take. And I've had enough. I've seen it from the inside. I have run my own building company for 16 years. And next week, I expect all of the people that oppose our position on immigration to come at me and come after the businesses. But here I am. I'm prepared to put it all on the line. And I've never given an absolute fuck what anyone thought. And I've stood there and stood my ground for Australian-made products, for Australian-made steel, and supporting Australian jobs. And that's never going to change. And if you reckon you can beat us, beat us in a contest of ideas, because you don't have any. Your ideas are nothing but shit. We're standing here telling you we know how to build things, and all you guys know how to do is fucking destroy things. So, enough is enough. We're drawing the line in the sand. Next week, it's a new paradigm, and we're pushing forward. We're going to take this country back, and this is how it begins. We're going to throw the signal into the air. Come and stand with us and march with us on August the 31st. Let's show them that you can't ignore the Australian people, and that an idea whose time has come will never be ignored. Bob Catter made an awesome point when he said that we don't give a fuck where you come from. We don't give a fuck who you are. You just be Australian. And that's all we've asked of you. From your latte sipping soy boys in Melbourne, to your fucking draftsmen and musterers in northern Queensland, to your shearers in WA and your iron ore workers in the Pilbara. We don't give a fuck. If you're a first-year apprentice or you're a long-time business owner like me, if you're an Australian, we respect you and we love you and we want to stand with you and we ask you to stand with us. Come and be with us, Australia. This is your place and this is where we take a stand.